All right, good evening. How's it going? I hope you're well. This might be an interesting Facebook Live or YouTube Live, because we're also on YouTube. There's the chance that a dog will be barking in the background. I'm just telling you, not the puppy that you've seen me probably looking after, last week and several times before. It's another dog that we're looking after, a taller, that they call Taller, and she has a very high bark, and the time has come for her to bark like just before I came on live. So bear with me if it's the case. Forgive her, and let's just crack on. So uh, earlier on today, I did actually post. I've asked a question on my personal profile: who is using email marketing in their business? And in my private Facebook group community, I did ask the question of what is the number one struggle when it comes to email marketing into their business. So there are different ways of communicating with our audience, right? If you have a business, let me know what type of communication, what type of tools do you tend to use? Hey, Felicia, nice to see you. Legendary, you are the legendary as well. So what type of tools do you use in your business to keep in touch with your audience, to inform them of what you're doing, where you're at, the value you're giving them, to share with them some promotional type of content? What channel do you tend to use? Is it social media? Is it SMS maybe? Do you use emails? What do you use? Are you going on Zoom with your audience? Some people are doing this. What other channels do you use? Because there are many different ways of communicating, right? You can even go on radio if you wanted to. You can communicate with traditional advertisements like billboard and all this. That costs a lot of money, by the way, but you can do it. It's still possible. There are many different ways to do it. You can create a, what do we call it? Like a press release showing off your services, your products, your events. There are many different ways that you can communicate with your audience, right? So right now, Felicia says with social media, but building my texting and email list. Great. You see, I didn't get onto the texting communication channel with my audience, but email is a huge one. And I'll come to that, obviously. Social media is amazing, because right now, for example, we're communicating. We are live, whether you're on a replay or live, we're communicating together. You can ask questions, I can answer, we can have a conversation, again, whether it's live or on a replay. So it's great. I love social media, as you may know. I love particularly Facebook, because there are different ways of working with Facebook. There are Facebook groups, personal profile, pages. In groups, they have different features that you don't have on Facebook, on business pages, neither on personal profile. There are different ways of working with Facebook, which I love. You can create communities. You can create libraries of content that they can actually digest and keep on revisiting over and over again, which I didn't find I can do on Instagram, for example, or on TikTok, which are platforms that I use in different ways, basically. Now, emails. I used to really disregard email marketing. I didn't even know what email marketing was many years ago, to be honest with you. Though little did I know, it is a massive part of a business. When you see all those successful businesses, and very often you are actually interacting with people's email funnels. You are in some people's email funnel. I'm sure you are in them. Let me know. So that will be the way to know whether you are in someone else's emails funnel. Have you ever entered your email address to get a free guide, a PDF, to enter into an event online, to buy some tickets of some sort, to maybe rent a movie, to be maybe on Amazon, maybe on Netflix, maybe. Have you ever entered your email to get something, whether it's free or paid, and that you receive the goods into your email, or at least a welcoming email? If yes, which is most likely the answer, although, let's not put everyone in the same basket. My partner actually last week met with one of his students, and his students, very well aware of the technology. He works with technology at his workplace, yet in his personal life, that person decided to be technology and internet free. Literally, to go to places, doesn't use Uber because you've got to have an app. And the phone that he has, it's like, remember the Nokia where you could play the snake? And that was all, and your Nokia battery was lasting for a week or so. That is pretty much what this person has, and has literally a paper map to go around the city of London. Okay, so that exists. So let's not put everyone in the same basket, yet it's very rare these days. Yeah, we would agree on that. Yes or no? Or yes, should I say? So Felicia, yes, I have gotten books for free through some email lists, of course. And until you unsubscribe, then how? Yes, I know, right? How this person goes around the city with a map. Oh my God, like I couldn't. I mean, it's cool. It brings you into an experience. If I go on a trip or something and I want to play with the sun and knowing where the north, east, south, and west are, thanks to the beautiful mother nature that we've got. But otherwise, yeah, I love this too much, man. So email list is so important, and I didn't know about it before. And the reason it's important is for a few reasons. First and foremost, it allows you to communicate without censorship at all. Especially these days, we know that there's a lot of things that are not put out there. If you put some keywords of some sort in certain topics specifically, then your content can be censored. If you are posting a certain amount of time, your own post could actually compete against one another, and thus your audience doesn't see everything of your content. Okay, some people will be posting about, I don't know, 9, 15 times, maybe 3 times an hour. I've seen that. 3 times an hour, they're full of content, and instead of creating those contents for weeks on, they put that in one day, each and every single day. But actually, they do more harm to their business, to their visibility, and they spend more time and energy in something that is not going to bring them more money, right? It's not because you're putting more content out there that you're going to actually create more income. That's really interesting. I told you she was going to bark. So more content doesn't mean more income. Yes, you want to be consistent, you want to be out there, you want to be visible on a daily basis, but posting 15 posts a day on your profile is not what's going to bring you more money, my friend. In fact, it's going to make you spend more time and energy and sweat, and probably even maybe money if you do ads and stuff. And your posts are going to compete with one another. What does that mean is that Facebook, for example, doesn't show your post to every single one of your audience. So now, well, the email is the email is good also because you can, as I say, communicate freely. You're not censored, and also you are owning that list. No, it is not the puppy, actually. The puppy, I was looking after him last week. I looked after him a few weeks ago, last week at the same time as this one, but this one is a taller, Taller, if you want to Google it. She doesn't really care about humans. She's just a ball monster. And the only time she looks at you, it's when she looks at you and back at the ball, back at you, back at the ball, to make you understand that she wants you to kick the ball, basically. And now she looks at me because she wants me to go out and kick the ball, but I'm here with you guys. Anyway, so email is the other great advantage of communicating by email with your audience, building your audience on email list, is that you are owning that email list. What does that mean? Social media isn't ours. She agrees. Social media can be very volatile. Like, let's say tomorrow your account is shut down and you only have all your audience's contacts, names, etc. on there, then you've lost everything. And your income is gone. I've seen some people with like big account on Instagram and got shut down. They didn't have any emails and they were completely depleted. So having an email list there's a strategy behind it, definitely. And in fact, before I get onto the rest of it, tonight there is a marketing webinar, which is going to talk about email marketing. It is at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, US time, 1 a.m. BST, so British Summer Time. If you're registering, you can get the replay, no problem. But those guys that have, they are 8-figure earners, they are going to talk about their best strategy. There's one of their emails has gotten 88% open rate. And in average, their open rate is about 76.9%. Open rate. They're doing pretty good. They know what they're doing because they have copywriting expertise. That is one of the things I'm developing because it's something you can take with you anywhere and everywhere and always will pay you money. Now, if you want to come tonight on this webinar and learn, and they're actually going to give us their 10 best, what do you would call it? The subject line of the email that are working best right now. They're going to give us that for free on their copywriters. That costs a lot of money, my friend. So if you want that, just type the word webinar in the comment section and I'll give you access to this. And in addition of the webinar, what I'll do, I'll give you 15 minutes of discovery session with me to answer any questions you may have or anything that you want to dive into for your business. And that will be complimentary from me to you as a gift. But welcome emails. Let's go back to this because that's the topic. How do you want to actually create an email list or communication that is efficient with your audience? I would say first, have a welcoming email, like a sequence of emails that is welcoming them and giving them some goods, right? To thank them for entering your email. And please, by all means, please, something not to do, which doesn't work anymore. It maybe used to work in the early 2000, saying, who wants to join my newsletter? Who wants to join a newsletter? Essentially, yes, that's what it is when you're creating an email list, I know, but the keyword newsletter is it's too much. People are like, oh no, that means newsletter equal being bombarded by emails each and every single day. I don't want to be there, right? Like, would you feel the same way if someone says, do you want to join my newsletter? Instead of saying something like join my newsletter, say, hey, I've got a free guide of some sort, or I've got a free Facebook group, private Facebook community group that you can join. Would that be of your interest? Because in this group, we're talking about this, and that, the topic of your group. Okay. If they say yes, that would be of my interest. Okay, great. Give me your best email so I can send you the information, and then you send them the information of the group. Then you're building your email list at the same time. Okay, there's more to it. Obviously, I don't want to do a whole training here, but I'm giving you some tips. Now, be intentional as well when you're building an email list. You've got to know who you're serving. You've got to know their pain, their struggles, and you need to know what is it that they want from you, so that in your emails, you can communicate informations, content that they want. Now, the questions that I've been asked several times, and actually even today, by Felicia in the group, in my private community group, is what content to share with our audience via email. And this is the reason why it is important to know your audience's pain, struggles, desires, and the solution you can provide them, so that you can share with them the content that is going to keep them around the campfire, kind of thing. Now, what I do with my audience, and that's going to help you right here as well with what to share, on how to share, how often to share. When I started, and again, you know, like, do not feel like you've got to be an expert and have this very strategic, super put together email marketing stuff, you know, like start somewhere. Start somewhere, even if it's an email a week that you type, that it's not automated, whatever, just start somewhere. Now, however, what I do encourage my coaching clients to do is to create conditioning into their audience's mind. Just like, you know, let's say the series Friends, you know the series Friends with Rachel and Chandler and Phoebe, and you know, then you knew at the time, now it's on Netflix and you've got all the seasons and you can binge watch it like we do with my partner. But at the time when they were released on drop content, as we say, you know, each and every single, you know, Friday or whatever, or right now, RuPaul's Drag Race, as soon as there's a new season, then we are like, oh my God, Friday or Saturday is coming, depending on the market that you're in. And, or you wait until the season is finished and you binge watch it, right? But condition your audience to know when is it that you're showing up. So in my emails, each and every single Monday, my audience receive an email that is announcing the new blog that comes out on thierryvalexander.com, as you can see right here. On Thursday, although I'm going live throughout the week on different places on my personal profile, on YouTube, on my private community group, the Rise and Roll, on my page. Then on Thursday, however, my email list, my subscribers, my audience is receiving an email saying at 8 p.m., it is the Facebook Live, the Thursday Facebook Live, that is going to talk about a topic that is linked to the blog of the week. Okay, so there's a strategy there. And then on Saturday, I'm sending a recap email of what happens through the week, right? So for those of you that are just joining, we're talking about email marketing here and how to be intentional, how to run an email marketing, how to build it up. And in fact, tonight, as I said, there's a webinar going on that is going to be shared by some 8-figure earners on how they're building theirs, and they're going to give us for free their best subject lines. So now, if you want that, then type the word webinar and I'll give you the details on how to get there. And you'll get also 15 minutes discovery session free with me. So Monday, Thursday, Saturday, people are receiving emails from me. And then the promotional times, okay? That's when you can go there and then give, like right now, I'm promoting a lot of things, right? And so I've got more emails coming out to specific lists, because you can create different lists when you have a certain tool that I use, which you can have as well. If you ask me, there's no problem. I can give you all the tools that I use. I'm an open book. You know, there's no secret here as long as you ask. So what to talk about is what your audience wants. Now, another thing that I would say is be personal. Share a view. What are your core values? Like for me, my core values are freedom, integrity, and determination, and so many more, right? But these are the core values that I have. So I talk about that a lot in my content on a regular basis. So in your emails, you can talk about this. You can talk about the content you're creating. You can repurpose the content that you're creating. Like in my recap email on Saturday, I tend to have a little paragraph of what I'm doing during the weekend or what I've done during the week, and then share the Thursday Facebook Live and the blog of the week and the freebie of the week that people can download for free, so that, you know, those that didn't have time or cannot plug into the content during the week, they have it on Saturday. And actually, I'll tell you what, the Saturday email is the one that has the biggest open rate for me anyway, okay, and the clicks and all that. So if you're ready to take your business to the next level with email marketing, which is so important, because remember, social media you do not own. If it closes down, if your account is shut down somehow, whatever happened, then you lose all your contacts, all your followers, your friends and all this. And if you're running your business online alone, on social media alone, that's very risky. So email marketing is definitely a thing, right? And so if you want to know more, type the word webinar, because tonight those 8-figure earners are going to drop the bomb on what to do, what to use, how to use it. And they're even going to give us their best 10 subject lines that I've got that get the best open rate ever so far in 2021, okay? So what webinar, and then I'll give you the details for this, and I'll also give you a 15-minute discovery coaching call with me, complimentary, to dive into the questions you may have for your business that you want to ask me and you want me to help you with, or give you some direction of some sort, and see even if there's a possibility of working together in your business, right? That's also something we can dive into and see if there's any possibility to explore. All right, so on that, let me just see if there's any questions. Felicia, I'm not sure I can make it, but I'll try. Webinar. Well, you know, that's fine. If you cannot make it live, as I say, it's 8 p.m. Eastern time, US time Eastern, and 1 a.m. BST, so British Summer Time. But anyone that is registering, I'll give you the link. Actually, I'm going to put it in the comment section, and then you can register, so that when you're registered, you'll get access to the what's it called, the replay. Okay, so let me put this in the comment section here. Free email marketing webinar. There you go. So it is in the comment section now. If you register, then you'll get the replay, no problem. Okay, you just need to click on this, and that will give you access to the webinar where they're going to give us all the goods. It's gonna be awesome. I mean, those guys, they always drop the bomb. And you can ask questions as well, because you'll be in the room. So you can ask questions if you're live. And if you're not, you can always ask me questions after watching the replay. That's absolutely cool as well. So any questions, guys, anything that you want to share? I'm just going to check on the phone if there's any questions on other platforms where we are connecting right now. Hey, Galia, nice to see you. Seems to be fine here. And let's have a look on YouTube, because we are on YouTube, believe it or not. Here we are. Yeah, no, we're good. So great. Listen, if you have any questions on email marketing, if you want to come into the welcome, registered Felicia. I look forward to seeing you there. You know, you're gonna see me there, even if it's 1 a.m. in the UK. At that time, I'm always turning up in those weekly Wednesday marketing. So you'll have the chance to even tuning into those marketing webinars each and every single week if you want. They always have amazing stuff. So I'll see you there definitely. And if you're coming live, if you're not, then you'll see the replay, and you'll see me there as a replay. Anyway, so if you guys have any questions on email marketing, if you want to tune in, if you have any questions about this webinar specifically for tonight, where they're going to give us the 10 best subject line of email marketing, of emails that are getting the best open rate, then feel free also to get in touch with me or in the comment section, and I'll be happy to answer them happily. All right, on that note, gonna leave you and love you. I'm gonna go and play the ball with this ball monster, who's there now sleeping because she's kind of bored, I suppose. And I'll see you around maybe tonight, hopefully tonight, because I mean, listen, that if you don't do email, you're leaving a lot of money on the table, my friend. And if you do email but you don't have a strategy or you don't know what you're doing, you're leaving a lot of money on the table and a lot of time, energy, and sweat as well, right? Like, be intentional, know what you're doing, and if you don't, just do like me, learn from the best, right? Learn from the best, and then use it, implement it, and get the results and get paid on it. All right, lots of love to you guys. This is a wrap. See you later.